Hello everyone, this is Pico Entertainment and we are back again, and here now we have another video for you, and this will be a quick report on Amber Heard and a recent announcement that she has decided to appeal the verdict of her losing the defamation trial against ex-husband and movie actor Johnny Depp. Now you can check out my previous coverage of the trial within the channel, and I'll leave some links within the description. Now we all know the story by now regarding Johnny and Amber, that her domestic violence claims were seen to be defamatory, and she was deemed to owe overall $10.35 million in damages to Johnny in Virginia court. After taking off the $2 million in damages that had owed to Amber, the final sum that has to be paid is around $8.35 million, even though in formal documents we still confirm it as $10.35 million, so pick the amounts as you wish. Now since then, Amber has fought back at this decision, which we anticipated she would. She had her lawyer Elaine Bredenhoff doing interviews, calling to the nature of the trial into question regarding social media, and confirming that she couldn't indeed afford the $10.35 million. Amber herself appeared on NBC Network to give her perspective on things and confirmed her intentions to appeal. She applied for a mistrial shortly afterwards when there was a discrepancy regarding the identities of a juror within the trial. Two individuals who had the same surname and were related. One was selected for summons, who was 52 instead of the person who was actually 77, and it's been confirmed that they were actually father and son. So because of this error, Amber called into integrity the trial and a whole formal process, but that argument was thrown out by Judge Penny Akasat, who stated that there was no evidence of fraud or wrongdoing, and even though the jury wasn't the one that was originally selected, they still went through the trial process, they still went through all of the deliberation, and they came to an overall verdict themselves. And because of this, the judge still reiterated that Amber still owes the $10.35 million to Johnny. So since then, Amber has officially filed for her appeal. Now, originally, she has to post a $500 fine, which is a fee for posting the appeal in the first place. She then has to put forward a suspending bond of the full amount of $10.35 million owed. Now, she does this because this will prevent Johnny from collecting the damages owed while she's putting forward the appeal. She also has to pay a 6% annual interest fee on top of the original damages owed. Now, some people are confused as to whether Amber has to actually pay the $10 million upfront. This isn't the case. What needs to happen is that she needs to provide an entity or some collateral to confirm that she can pay the damages to Johnny if indeed the appeal fails. Otherwise, she could just file multiple appeals without actually having to pay the damages. So the dilemma for Amber is, which entity can she put forward to cover the bond? Will it indeed be one of her insurance companies? There's already been a lot of intense debate about who is paying her legal fees. Will Elon Musk come in and put up the bond as well? So that's the next challenge for Amber going ahead. And I assume she's already had that sorted. Otherwise, she wouldn't have put forward this appeal in the first place. So when I look at this overall, personally for me, I still think this is very pointless, as the level of evidence throughout the trial was so damning against Amber that even if she was successful in any appeal, the court of public opinion is already decided against her, and there's nothing that she can do to convince people that she didn't lie within her allegations. The appeal is not going to change all of the audio clips that we heard. It's not going to change what we felt about the TMZ receiving the first-hand footage of her recording Johnny slamming kitchen cabinets. It's not going to change the suspicion that we have regarding the photos of her appearing outside a deposition court in 2016. So all of those elements still stand regarding of whether she wins the appeal or not. Now, personally for me, I think this is much more about her trying to avoid paying the full amounts rather than trying to change public opinion. I think at this stage, I don't think she really cares about public opinion. She's just trying to now limit the amount of damages against her. Now, I still feel this is a foolhardy initiative, because if she had done what I suggested in the beginning and actually went to reach some sort of settlement with Johnny after the verdict, I still believe Johnny would have waived, to an extent, some amount that she would have had to pay, and she could have avoided all of this in the long run. Now, we do have to consider the fact that maybe relations are so bad between the two that any kind of conversation is just impossible now. And to be honest, after all of the recorded footage that we saw throughout the trial, it wouldn't surprise me if Johnny Depp's lawyers had advised him not in any way to be involved in any conversation with Amber, whether it's through phone, email or text. Any form of communication must be seen through the legal team first, which is very smart, of course, because he can't be involved in anything that could be brought up against him later on down the line. And maybe that's the other reason why perhaps Amber hasn't been able to reach some sort of settlement with Johnny so far. Now, others have suggested that Amber is doing all this as a stalling tactic, just in case some form of bombshell evidence comes up later on, which may determine the whole verdict of the trial. I don't believe that, because if she was sitting on some sort of damning evidence that could really change the whole perception of the verdict, she would have released it already and used that as part of her appeal rather than going through all of this long-winded process. I don't believe there's any further evidence to suggest that perhaps Johnny did abuse her. I just believe this is the last desperate tactic by Amber to avoid paying the full 10.3 million in damages. This may be her being stubborn because she doesn't want to let Johnny win. She wants to fight back against him, and perhaps she feels by fighting the decision it makes her look as if she was innocent because she keeps fighting the case overall. I'm not too sure, but I just don't think this appeal is going to go anywhere. It's going to be a very long-winded process. Many legal experts have stated that it could take multiple months before this is actually sorted out, and we could definitively say that Amber doesn't have any more arguments to put forward and she has to indeed pay Johnny, but we will wait and see overall. And of course, if there are any further updates regarding this trial and the further issues in terms of payment, then I will continue to report them within this channel also. So there's my overall thoughts and feelings and review on the recent announcement of Amber Heard putting forward an appeal against the verdict of her defamation trial against Johnny. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think this is a long shot? Do you think Amber actually has some sort of case? Do you believe if she plays it right that she could actually get a successful win in terms of her appeal? Or do you think this is very much of a stubborn and foolhardy initiative and that she should really focus on reaching some sort of settlement with Johnny so she can pay a lower repayment plan in a long run? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please also hit and like the subscription and notification buttons so I can provide you with more high quality content like this in the future. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves, stay safe distances, and I will see you very, very soon.